We're gonna do the Easter egg by myself. Try, at least.
What? Are you serious? No way. Dude, that's awesome!
Stu? Oh my. Someone's been busy.
Your joyman pal asked if we wanted to live. This don't feel like living.
Calm down, everybody. Everything's fine. Or going to be fine. Okay?
First, we're gonna go through the challenges, and then we're gonna go get the we're gonna go for the golden pack-a-punch next.
Oh, no. Looks like the rest of the gang skipped out on Rust Man. Damn, that's cold. No way. This place is cold. Well, here comes the welcome wagon. Come get it. Snowballs is better than no balls. Right, Malton? Don't mean to cast aspersions on a man, but it sure seems the Rust Man that Stu's brain buddy don't exactly shoot from the hip, if you catch my drift. Just cut your puppet strings. Rust Man likes, Rust Man keeps. I wonder if the boathouse got wrecked by the walking meat sacks, or if the Rooskies just can't build a decent shack.
I need to figure out where the shield parts are. I need to watch this guy ran.
Seconds away from putting him in the friend zone, but
this is a quick heads up that my zombies
better known as Conway 22 on the internet. Today I'm helping out Milo on a few videos. And the only thing that's going to be different is the voice. So this is how to get the shield on tagged or toten. Starting off from the spawn location, and the first shield part will be leaning right up against this box. So if you turn around, jump in the water, and continue towards this boat that's capsized, another shield part could be located leaning against the side of the boat. So if you turn to your right and go on this ramp, you can jump up to this part, and the final shield location is right here.
Ow! My back! Wasn't even that heavy.
To go to your flinger.
Rush man? More like Rush man. First, it was some crazy book of everything. Now it's all about some Agatha device. Rush man's never even heard of a woman. Rush man knows how to dance. Now where's my next target? That rock gobbler's looking hot under the collar. Deadly snowballs. Who'd have thunk it? What's that thing the scum sucker left behind?
Hello. Здравствуйте. Hola. Guten Tag. Is someone down there? Someone with a pulse, I mean. Please, come up and talk to me. It has been such a long time.
I'll be up there directly, whoever you are. Just looking at them stairs makes my knees hurt.
One of which is in the facility and one of which is on the boat in its old spawn location, and grab a fuse box, which you can take to the hermit for repairs. He'll lower down a little platform, you put it on the platform, he'll then take it...
Celebrate Oktoberfest the weirdest away with our world-famous bratwurst.
This is a quick heads up that my zombies posters and t-shirts are back for a limit...
Continue running on the railing outside the staircase on the 3rd level. Right here on the ground with the red paint will be the last location for the 3rd part. If you want to build a shield, go back down the spiral staircase. On the ground with the red paint will be the last location.
Just what Russ Man wanted. A little bit of mystery. Rust Man can concentrate on what's in front of him. Rust Man lies. Rust Man keeps. The rock gobbler who dropped this must have known Rust Man loves explosives. I'm fixing to run out of ammo if I don't watch it. The name is Rust Man, not Rich Man.
You look just like I pictured you. Never mind. Just give me that blue rock. I can use it to help you. I can hold the rock up with this. Then give me a moment. Yes, last output. Oh, now I get to the here. There are machines out here that can add real force to your weapons. Keep turning on power.
Hey, amigos, solve the riddles. I set up some challenges to help me decide how much I can trust you with. No offense. Believe me, you will be rewarded for your efforts. This one is a piece of cake.
Yep.
How about them snowballs? Home side dropping dynamite. But the wonders never cease. If three's a crowd, this here's a shitstorm.
Oh yeah.
time for a new shield. Right shield. Rock goblin shield more like it. This sure is some weird and crazy shit. Beach, huh? As in, son of a beach, get me out of here. Gotta go, gotta go. This gun's gonna be useless when there's nothing left inside it.
Let me see here. Now I go get to the third one.
This ain't no time for Rustman to be running out of bullets. No, sir. Rustman's gonna need more bullets real soon. Feels like Rustman's turned it into a fucking ice cube.
You can do this one in your sleep, my friend.
Cargo hold? Looks more like a swimming pool. You know, if you set the pool on fire? Never mind. Moist. It's colder in here than a witch's tit in a brass bra. feels like walking through frozen molasses. Oh, I got the blue balls. Man did not get this long in the tooth by letting scum like you push him around.
I would call this challenge merely of difficulty.
It was boys coming here just to kill him with snowballs.
Do you like music? Huh? I love to sing. I'm singing tune, and you go play it on the bells at the docks, okay?
Whoa, this stuff makes me feel young and vital. It's like I'm 60 all over again.
This is my last challenge, and then how to do the Hermit's favorite tune. Tune. Okay, let's see. I want to see how to do this.
In the face?
No.
Huh?
No. Whew. Finally.
Alright, so I'm playing the brand new Black Ops 4 Zombies DLC, Tag der Toten. And there's this homeless guy that wants you to complete some challenges for him. The first couple are pretty easy. Once you get to the third one, I don't know if they alternate or not, but you have to do a specific challenge where you gotta ring some bells for this dude, you know, get his rocks off. And I'm gonna be showing you how to do that. Alright, now, getting this challenge started off, he's going to sing you a little tune, right? He's going to sing you 5 notes. And this is very flattering, but however, I'm not into that, you know, I'm not in the Hispanic men. So, what you're going to want to do, though, is come to the docks, because that's where these bells are. And to my knowledge, there's only 4. That's only all I can find. If you get another note, then tough luck, but I found 4 bells, and you have 5 notes. So, here's where the bells are located. Note A is going to be directly in the center of the docks, right here on the thing. C is going to be kind of hidden. Now, getting this challenge started off, he's going to sing you a little tune, right? He's going to sing you 5 notes. And this is very flattering, but however, I'm not into that. There's only 4. That's only all I can find. If you get another note, then tough luck, but I found 4 bells, and you have 5. Notes. So here's where the bells are located. Note A is going to be directly in the center of the docks, right here on this thing. C is going to be kind of hidden away towards the building on the right. E is going to be like near the zip line, kind of towards the back middle of the area, and on the very far right is letter G. So just make sure you know all these locations. Alright, and so once you know where all the locations are and also the notes that you have to hit, just go ahead and shoot them in order. Make sure, I would recommend you put it on subtitles, because if it wasn't on subtitles, I wouldn't have heard.
G C E E. G C E.
One at a time, bone sacks. Them's the rules.
G G C E E. Oh, okay.
Take it for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then he'll give it back to you, and then you can bring your... and you'll need to go find a new dummy. And the Easter egg step itself requires you to go through 6 of those challenges, so you need to completely finish 2 of the dummies. I'll also explain how to carry the pea jars and where to find the soup ingredients in just a moment. While you're doing those challenges, because it's going to take a little bit of time, you have a perfect opportunity to work on some other things that you need to get done in your game in order to get through to the end of the Easter egg. So, for example, in your game, later on, you will need a Wunderwaffe. It's required for an Easter egg step. So, you can either start spinning the box as soon as possible and try and hold on to a waffle for the rest of your game, or you could start doing the free Wunderwaffe Easter egg, which I've got a whole guide for on my channel, accessible via the link in the description down below. Hi guys, Mr. Waffles here. This is a guide for you to get yourself a Wunderwaffe, a DG, a Sniper rifle in Tag der Toten. I don't know how you're meant to pronounce the Scharfschütze part of his name, but here we are. So, this is the gun, first of all, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. It's got a sniper scope on it, and it ADS is very fast, which is really nice, and it doesn't actually chain lightning like the old Wunderwaffe used to do. Instead, it's more of a chain effect, sort of close to the dead wire, that sort of thing, which is something worth bearing in mind because it does change how you should use the weapon. So, the first thing you need to do is come over to the lighthouse. What you're going to be looking for is an icicle. That's a little sort of spike of ice, which also contains a golden key. One of the spawns for it is where I just shot on the kind of underhang of that... stairway there. Then if you come up past where PhD used to be in original Call of the Dead, you can find another spawn for the icicle just here by that gap in the fence. It'll...
Maybe someone...
hanging there with the key encrusted inside it, and the third and final spawn that I am aware of is going to be down the pathway here, just where you collect the blue rock, and basically on the rocky overhang, which is where I had it in my game. When you see it, shoot it down, hold square, and you'll pick it up. The next thing you need to work on, if you haven't already done this in your game, are the wheels, which you're going to be using for the zipline crank, to basically get that down from the hermit. So I'm going to quickly run through the spawns for those now. One is just there.
Left this for us, man. Maybe I'm supposed to do something with... What was I saying? Kitchen's usually in the back of the boat, and I sure could use a bite.
On the stern part of the ship, another is by that sandbag on the inside part of the stern, and finally, just here against the wall, you can also find a wheel spawn. That's where it's going to be in my gameplay just there. I'm going to grab that, and then I'm going to head up from navigation up to the very top part of the ship here, and attach that wheel to the...
Rustman keepers, losers weepers. Captain Rustman's just trying to find a bridge. Has anybody seen the bridge?
box, whatever that box is going to be called. The zipline rotating box, basically. The second wheel is on the other half of the ship, so you're going to head to the main deck, and your first possible spawn is just going to be around this corner here, lying against this thing.
Rustman don't remember much, but he sure remembers the days when he had ammo. Let's go, Bomb. You and me are gonna have us some fun. I've heard Mountain call the front end of a ship the foxhole. Makes me want to slap the sass right out of that boy. I used to have money, and a career, and self-respect.
Yeah, boy.
Come in handy, somehow. Shit fire! I'm plumb out of ammo.
I guess that's a crane or something for a lifeboat, I don't know. The second spawn is just there, and the third possible spawn, again, is where I'm going to be picking it up in my gameplay, which is just here against this wall. We're then going to do the same as before, attach that wheel to the metal box here, and rotate the zipline into position just by holding square. While you're on this part of the ship, head on over to the very end.
I may be old and slow as Christmas, but right.
And place your icicle inside the pot. If you're on the soup step of the dummy, you won't be able to do this, so you'll need to finish the soup step and then do it. But otherwise, you should be fine. You can place the icicle in the pot, and about a minute later, it will have melted, and you'll be able to take the key back out. The next thing for us to do is head to the Hermit and get ourselves the zipline crank from him, which will now be available because of the fact that we have just wheeled both of the ziplines into place. Now, he might...
Man always gets in the last lick. Rustman keepers, losers weepers. A gun with no ammo ain't nothing sadder. Fussy little gun, like one of them yapping lapdogs. But they do gotta fight.
Talk to you about the blue rock here and stuff like that if you haven't talked to the Hermit yet in your game. That's fine, that's not going to be an issue, and you can give him the blue rock, etc. just fine, but it might mean that you're a little delayed in actually getting the crank from him. You'll be able to grab the crank once he lowers it down, and that will then allow you to access the facility via the zipline at the back of the lighthouse. Once you're there, you need to come over to...
Rustman always wanted a porch with a nice view. This ain't it. Rustman needs bullets, like now.
Dude, I forgot to turn on the power.
Money? Do I look like I have money?
Fetch me their souls!
That there's what you call a dog whistle. Except we can hear it. And it ain't a whistle. Now, ordinarily, I like dogs. Mostly in a stew. This ain't no time for Rustman to be running out of bullets. No, sir.
At last, public address is to be done. This is Nikolai Belinsky of Red Army.
Nikolai, huh? I hope you can help us find this Agatha contraption. Here comes the deadhead shock troops. Yeah. Russman has left the building.
I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong.
Of the ship, so you're going to head to the main deck, and your first possible spawn is just going to be around this corner here. For those now, one is just there on the stern part of the ship, another is by that sandbag on the inside part of the stern, and finally, just here against the wall, you can also find a wheel spawn. That's where it's going to be in my gameplay just there. I'm going to grab that, and then I'm going to head up from navigation up to the very top part of the ship here, and attach that wheel to the box, whatever that box is going to be called. The zipline rotating box, basically. The second wheel is on the other half of the ship, so you're going to head to the main deck, and your first possible spawn is just going to be around this corner here, lying against this thing. I guess that's a crane or something for a lifeboat, I don't know. The second spawn is just there, and the third possible spawn, again, is where I'm going to be picking it up in my gameplay, which is just here against this wall. We're then going to do the same as before, attach that wheel to the metal box here, and rotate the zipline into position just by holding square.
Insta-kill!
Russman's tired of getting hit, tired of bleeding.
Got these ziplines in place. Come on, I have something for you.
ship, head on over to the very end and place your icicle inside the pot. If you're on the soup step of the dummy, you won't be able to do this, so you'll need to finish the soup step and then do it. But otherwise, you should be fine. You can place the icicle in the pot, and about a minute later, it will have melted, and you'll be able to take the key back out. The next thing for us to do is head to the Hermit and get ourselves the zipline crank from him, which will now be available because of the fact that we have just wheeled both of the ziplines into place. Now, he might talk to you about the blue rock here and stuff like that if you haven't talked to the Hermit yet in your game. That's fine, that's not going to be an issue, and you can give him the blue rock, etc. just fine, but it might mean that you're a little delayed in actually getting the crank from him. You'll be able to grab the crank once he lowers it down, and that will then allow you to access the facility via the zipline at the back of the lighthouse. Once you're there, you need to come over to specimen storage, and inside you'll find a safe. This is what we're going to be using the key to open, and inside you'll find that the Vril device is just chilling out.
Much obliged, stranger. You make this, or did you get it off the zip line?
I have been stuck here for 20 years.
Hey, Mountain, you ever get shoved in a locker? Sure you have. Were you fellas the best and brightest? Because it looks like you outsmarted yourself.
Behold, his legendary will device. Very powerful, especially once you charge it up. You are closer and closer to ending this conflict, my friends. Do not stop now.
Vril device. Rustman's hoping Vril means explosive where it comes from. I'm fixing to run out of ammo if I don't watch it. Where'd they make that shield from? Cardboard? Batteries charged, I think.
Double points!
Damn, Rock's gonna call me flat-footed. Sorry, scum suckers. I just keep coming back. They like the bad penny here. What was I talking about?
That you'll recognize from potentially Moon, or original Call of the Dead, or maybe even Der Eisendrache. It's going to work as a soul box, and you'll need to fill it with souls, and when it's done, it will glow, and you'll be able to pick it up. Then, as soon as you've grabbed it, you just need to head right back on over to the lighthouse and give the Hermit the Vril device. He'll be very happy that you've brought it to him, and funnily enough, even Der Eisendrache. It's going to work as a soul box, and you'll need to fill it with souls, and when it's done, it will glow, and you'll be able to pick it up. Then, as soon as you've grabbed it, you just need to head right back on over to the lighthouse and give the Hermit the Vril device. He'll be very happy that you've brought it to him, and funnily enough, this actually sets up how the Vril device gets into the lighthouse in the original Call of the Dead Easter egg, so we really have come full circle here. It's pretty neat. The Hermit, as a token of thanks, will give you a key to his weapons chest as a reward, and that weapons chest is on the right-hand side of the stairway, if you're facing where I'm facing right now in the gameplay, and you'll be able to open it up, hold square, and grab yourself a free Wunderwaffe shooty mug shoot face. That's going to wrap up the guide from me. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If it's been useful, then...
Close enough, maggot munchers! Much appreciated, Wall.
Do not mind giving me the blue device. You can have something wonderful.
Nuts! My gun's empty. Most man's just gonna take this empty gun and get the heck out of here. Most man's just gonna take this empty gun and get the heck out of here.
I will talk to you. The Wunderwaffe GT Shot. Stole it back when I was a test of
Does this gizmo need to be charged?
Here's a good Halloween trick. Buy a bunch of Reese's, and then just don't answer the door.
Take it for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then he'll give it back to you, and then you can bring your fuse box back to the flinger and activate the soup ingredients in just a moment. While you're doing those challenges, because it's going to take a little bit of time, you have a perfect opportunity to work on some other things that you need to get done in your game in order to get through to the end of the Easter egg. So, for example, in your game, later on, you will need a Wunderwaffe. It's required for an Easter egg step. So, you can either start spinning the box as soon as possible and try and hold on to a Waffe for the rest of your game, or you could start doing the free Wunderwaffe Easter egg, which I've got a whole guide for on my channel, accessible via the link in the description down below. There's also very basic stuff to do, like activating the Pack-a-Punch machine, and some slightly more complicated stuff, like getting the golden Pack-a-Punch machine and opening up the facility area of the map. If you need help with any of that stuff, it's all in my golden Pack-a-Punch guide, which again is linked in the description down below. It might also be worth remembering that you need to activate all 3 power switches on the map. That's in the spawn, on the boat on the top.
Oh, hell no. If Rustman was meant to fly, he'd have wings. Rustman loves a good explosion, and he's got enough sense to stand clear of it. Like a gal.
Now Lighthouse has power enough to activate golden pack-a-punch machine. Much better than normal machine. 20 bang per block. He's out on a little island near ship. Just try not to get killed out there, okay?
Floor in the kind of captain's cabin, steering wheel area, and in the facility. And with those power switches activated, you'll be able to go to your flingers, one of which is in the facility and one of which is on the boat in its old spawn location, and grab a fuse box, which you can take to the hermit for repairs. He'll lower down a little platform, you put it on the platform, he'll then take it for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then he'll give it back to you, and then you can bring your fuse box back to the flinger and activate it so you can fast travel a little bit more easily around the map. The fact that the challenges require quite a few kills will also mean that you'll probably burn a couple rounds doing this, and so something I'd really recommend is any time you see a fire zombie, don't...
Gearbox is busted up. Gotta find some tools. People have been counting out Rustman for years, and it's those folks who are the dead ones.
Doo-doo-doo.
Those flingers are a good way to get around. Let me fix that for you.
That meat muncher's a little bug. Now what did he leave behind? Hold still, scum sucker. Rustman's paying you back with interest. Rust Man does it again. Rust Man! Rust Man does it again.
Amigo, the gearbox for the swingers is ready. All back in it.
Don't just shoot it, instead snowball it. You can find snowballs on the floor around the map in pretty much every location. And if you snowball it and kill it with a snowball, it will freeze up and drop you a piece of dynamite. The drop itself takes a few seconds to spawn in, so don't panic if you don't see it straight away. You'll need to run over to it, hold square and pick it up. And when you have all 3 dynamite parts, which you can see in my HUD just here, you'll need to go to a buildables bench and craft yourself the dynamite. And you'll then need to pick it up once it's been crafted. This will be required later in the Easter egg, but it also allows you to open up various areas of the map that are essentially shortcuts to different areas that you wouldn't otherwise be able to access. The flinger, for example, in the facility needs to be dynamited before you can access it. So I'd say get working on dynamite straight away, craft some, use it at the facility, maybe use one other dynamite elsewhere, but then from that point onwards or so, I would hold on to your dynamite for the Easter egg step when we need it in a few minutes. Another thing you could start working on is Samantha's music box. I'm going to explain exactly how you get that now, even though you don't actually need it in the quest for another 30 minutes or so. It's just an easy one to start working on early. You're going to need 2 gold key cards to kick things off, and both of them are in the facility. One can be found in the decontamination room. Its first possible spawn is going to be inside the washing machine just here. The second possible spawn is going to be in the kind of washing, shower...
Rust Man approves.
Belinsky to team. Continue searching for components of the Garthen device. We are counting on you.
You're welcome to take my spot down here, Mr. Nikolai.
Keep fighting good fight.
eye wash thing station just here. It's where it is in my game as well, so you can see what it looks like. And the third is going to be in one of these sinks just here. There may be more spawns for this, and if there are, I'll have them listed in the description down below. The item should be in this room though, so if you just walk around holding square, you should pick it up. The second keycard is on the other side of the facility in the specimen storage. You're going to want to first check the shelving just here. It will be on the bottom. That's...
A Garthen device is crucial. Man in Lighthouse will help obtain it.
Rustman ain't too proud to take help wherever he can get it.
in my game, so you can see what that spawn looks like. Another possible spawn for this is going to be near the mail area, so head over here, hold square, and you should be able to see if you pick it up or not. And third and finally, you need to check the toilets. I know, it sounds a bit absurd, there's not going to be a good keycard in the toilet, surely, but there is. So check in the toilet. The two keycards after you pick them up need to be encoded in a machine that is also in the facility.
Y'all feeling a little sparky there? on that to keep Rust Man down? Not much more, truth be told. We use these at Broken Arrow.
Which is quite handy. So slot them both in one by one, and then they'll pop out moments later, and you'll be able to pick them back up. The 2 encoded cards need to be brought to the vault in the center of the facility, with each of them being placed either side of...
The punch instructions in it. Uh-huh. That's like a set of instructions, them little holes are.